back, everybody, to All Sports Uncut. My name is Pip.
I'm Adam.
And how you guys doing today?
How you doing?
Nice to see you.
You guys having a wonderful day?
We hope you are. Anyways, so there's been a lot of movement in NFL free agency since quit sub-talking to people while I'm talking.
I make sure they're having a wonderful day.
Okay, well, all right, Mr. Rogers, calm down. All right, let's get to NFL first. Anyways, lots of free agency moves in the first 2 days of free agency. Went back to Monday. Today is Wednesday. You might be seeing it Wednesday night, this here, or you're going to see it tomorrow on Thursday. Either way, you're going to see it. So we wanted to kind of tone it back, wait for all this madness to stop because we were just pulling our hair out trying to keep up with all of it. But first and foremost, we are going to address the retirement of a living legend of the game, Mr. Drew Brees, a man we all had the honor of watching his entire 20-year career unfold.
A magical 20-year career.
Yeah, dude is, in my eyes at least, he's one of the top 5 greatest of all time. Regardless of his only one Super Bowl win.
Yeah, the record he put up behind it kind of puts him in that category.
Yeah. Passing yards, all those categories. Most 5,000-yard seasons out of anyone.
And what he did for the city of New Orleans after Katrina.
Yeah.
That's bigger than anything.
Whole for everything. So,
yeah.
Drew Brees, we thank you for a very long and illustrious 20-year career. But let's press forward onto what's happening for the future. Free agency, wild.
Yeah, it's been crazy.
So much.
And a lot of back and forth. Let me start off with this. I will start off with this one.
Yes.
The Patriots making big boy moves. Bill Belichick was like, I got $300 million to spend. Where do I want to put it?
Just so they can have 7 wins this year instead of 6.
Hey, you never know. They could get 8 or maybe even a tie.
I don't know. Cam Newton's still going to be their quarterback, so we'll see there. But anyway, so some of the lighter news, I can't remember if we covered this in the last one or not, but Tom Brady signed a contract extension now to kind of help soften the cap hit, being the team player, so that way they can re-sign some people, and boy, they kept the band together, the Buccaneers did.
4 more years of TB12.
Well, so far it's 1 year with void years behind, so it could be up to 4 more.
Okay, so up to 4 more years.
Yes. And also the Jets making big boy moves as well. But anyways, let's get rocking and rolling here. I have my notes in front of me here. We're just going to highlight some of the big moves. One, Shaq Barnett going back to Tampa Bay, like I said, getting the band back together. The Patriots getting Jonnu Smith and Hunter Henry. That's going to be a great tight end duo there. Sadly, John Johnson is departing from the Rams. Breaks my heart, but they weren't going to pay him because they need to fill in other spots. So he went to the Browns. He's going to Cleveland. He's
He's going to certify that secondary.
Yeah, he's taking in the Brown there. But the Rams did not want to re-sign him. But the Rams did sign Leonard Floyd to a 4-year, $60 million deal. Where are they getting this money from?
Yeah.
Where?
Well, they came out all that money they saved because they don't have to pay Jared Goff anymore.
No, they're taking the hit on it this year, though.
I know, but I'm just saying.
So they're actually restructuring Aaron Donald's contract, Jalen Ramsey's contract, Cooper Kupp, and Robert Woods. Mm-hmm. So they can actually, because Rams are projected to be $35 million over the cap. So they're going to try and restructure to get to $20 million under. So that's about a $50 million swing they got to make. And
it's a lot of money.
That way they can try and do
something. That's a lot
something.
Of money for the swing.
And, it was brought up to my attention that, the Rams can make free agency moves, but they have to pay the draft class still. But when you only have 3 picks in this year's draft,
you don't got to really
you don't got to worry about too much. Anyways, Nelson Aguilar going to the Patriots as well.
Thank you, Nelly. That was a great year you had for us.
Yeah, the Jets made a lot of good moves too. I already said that, but
James Winston. Here's the thing: the Jets make their moves. Are they sticking with Donald? Are they going to go get Watson? What are they doing?
I don't think it's a matter of if they want to get Watson. I think it's a matter of if the Texans are going to be willing to trade Watson or just have him sit on the bench all year, just to show him that he's not worth that much. Kind of an ego check, like it did with what was it? Le'Veon Bell held up for half the season. They made no effort to try.
No, he sat out the whole season.
Yeah, and they made no effort to try and.
But he still got paid by the Jets in the offseason.
Yeah, that he did. But your man who's benefiting from Drew Brees' retirement is Jameis Winston because he just got re-signed as well. the journeyman of the NFL, the living legend himself, Ryan Fitzpatrick, is going to Washington. I think he's going to be a starter there.
Yeah, I have to kind of agree with you on that one.
I think he can take him to the postseason with Washington.
That kid that they decided to go with over Smith, I don't think he's going to have the same impact like he did in that one game. I think it was dumb of them to let go of Smith. It's smart to them to bring in Fitzmagic.
Yeah, Fitzmagic, bro. I think he can make the postseason. Think about it. They're in a horrible division.
Horrible.
Yes, Dak Prescott got his mega deal. Whoop-de-doo.
Yeah.
You know.
The rest of the team around him is terrible.
Yes, and then who knows where the Eagles are going to be at. And the Giants are the Giants. Sorry, Steve, but facts are facts.
Yeah.
And he's got a lot of young talent around him on offense, and they have a very, very solid defense. I won't give them stud muffin defense, but it is solid.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a lot of surprise moves. We have all the notes for. This one, the New York Giants. First, they franchise tagged Leonard Williams, and then they signed him to a 3-year, $63 million deal. Oh my God, that's $30 million a year for a defensive end.
Isn't like $40 million guaranteed or something like that?
I can't remember how much of it is, but
I remember it was ridiculous. I was like, wow.
Yeah, that is. But anyways, big boy contract for big man. Also up here, we have Andy Dalton going to the Bears. Don't know what the Bears are going to try and do. I know it's been keen that Russell Wilson might land himself in Chicago. Mm-hmm. That could be something that happens shortly before the draft.
And they booted out Trubisky, right? He's gone.
No, I think he's still on the team.
Is he still?
I think he's still there.
Gone.
No, I don't think they cut him yet.
Okay.
We'll have to do our research, folks, and let you know. And let's see. Oh, this one was a surprise to us. AJ Green going to the Cardinals.
Yeah, that was a big surprise. I'm happy he's going to the Cardinals because he's going to be on a team that's going to be contending again. Yes. But that team just got really scary.
Yeah, I mean, I know AJ Green isn't what he once was, but he's still a big-bodied man who he'll run across the middle and he'll come down with a ball.
Yeah, he's gonna learn from Fitzgerald on how to be
to be that old man receiver.
Exactly, but he's still big. He's still somewhat explosive, especially in the red zone. And then you have D-Hop, so you're not going to be targeted as much. But when you are targeted, it's going to be for something big.
And then they have their young speed guys like Christian Kirk, tearing it up. That team
is
a lot of
scary
offense
now. Finally,
now if they can get a little bit of a better running back behind them, we'll see. And with J.J. Watt there, their defense is going to be good. Another big move was he's been around forever, not really a big move, but Patrick Peterson finally parting way with the Cardinals, going to the Vikings.
Yeah, speaking of the Cardinals, Patrick Peterson, yes, leaving and going with the Vikings. I'm a little bit surprised. I thought he would stick around, seeing that there's an actual championship team being put together. But I guess he wanted to get paid. I don't even think he's getting paid.
But I don't even think the Cardinals wanted to pay him. They wanted to build other talent. So, but that's a lot of the notable moves. Like I said, there was a lot of moves, and I think it's going to create an interesting draft. I think a lot of those mock drafts that you see are going to get reshuffled now.
Well, also with this draft coming, because we're still in some weird times. We really didn't get to see a lot of college football being played. So a lot of the scouting that's going on is a bit shaky right now at best. So I think a lot of teams are just going to go with what they kind of need. And they much rather go through free agency than probably go through the draft this year.
Yeah, well, and I think maybe also, too, teams are implementing, instead of rebuilding through the draft, try and rebuild through free agency a little bit, as far as getting role players to fill in those voids around your stud muffins. You get your 3 or 4 stud muffins, and then you get the supporting cast.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of teams are making that broach of, let's wheel and deal through free agency.
Yeah, because we don't know what we're going to get.
Except for whoever gets Trevor
Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence, yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. So that's but that's it. We could go on for like an hour with all the moves that happen in free agency, but we don't want to waste your time like that, because we're not about wasting your time.
But you know what? You can get all the news and still get big hits. Go to the IG page, All Sports Uncut, and also go to the brand new Twitter page, which Pip has set up. Pip, talk about it.
We are in the Twitter sphere now, so we will be wheeling and dealing our info all over Twitter, like karate hands here, and we are planning some other big things in the for the future upcoming, you know, because we are getting a lot of good support, a lot of good feedback. People like the show. Apparently people like us together. I don't know. It's like we've known each other for like over 20 years or something.
True.
But anyways, that's it. Like I said, follow us on Twitter now. That's new. That's up. We're going to be working on getting some funny vignettes up on TikTok. And, you know, eventually, I'm not going to put this big one out there, but our long form discussions could be coming back on a different format in the coming future. So be on the lookout for that. But for the meantime, and in between time, go make yourself a sandwich, rewatch this video again, force a friend to like and subscribe, and hit the little bell icon so you guys can get notified when we actually put something up, because we know you love us, you love the greatness, you love this man's exquisite beard and my perfectly straight.
Isn't it just like, just wow?
Yeah, so straight. But anyways, guys, that's all we got for you today. So we will see you
Next one.